Hi 6p, welcome back to Miss Parkinson's amazing, extravagant, marvellous, superlicious maths videos. Now, we're not going to do anything too strenuous today, as it is a Friday, and even though we are in isolation, we can still have the Friday feeling. England are playing tonight as well, so we need to get excited for that and make sure we've done all our work. Okay, so we're going to start off with a quick starter like we would have on the board when you come in the morning. These are just random ones throughout the year, so it's a good little bit of revision for you. I've put a little table here so you can type your answers in, and I've put question 5 Roman numeral just in case you can't remember that you need to do the Roman numeral as well. Okay, so that's just a quick warm up to warm up your brains. The actual activity does focus a little bit on BIDMAS, so let's just recap what BIDMAS means. So we've got brackets, indices, which is your squared or cubed, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction, and this is order of operations. So if you were faced with a question that had brackets in, you would always do the brackets first, or if it had a multiplication and a subtraction, you would do the multiplication and then the subtraction. And you will need to do this today for the last part of each question. Okay, so I'm going to explain how to do them, and I think you'll pick them up pretty quickly. So each emoji represents a number, but you don't know what that number is, so you have got to work it out. Now, they follow this very similar structure. So your first one, you've got 3 of the really cold emojis. You can't use the actual ones because that would be breaking copyright. So they've used 3 of these cold emojis and they total 21. Now, because these are the same emojis, we know that this emoji is worth the same value. So you've got to ask yourself, what am I going to do with the number 21? And I've got 3 different emojis. Okay, now the operation that should be jumping into your head is division. You need to share out that 21 equally between 3. Okay, so your first one would be 7 add 7 add 7 equals 21. Okay, now you don't need to set it out like this. You could put cold face equals 7. It's absolutely fine. So now I know that the cold emoji face equals 7. I now need to work out the next line. Okay, so I've got 2 cold emojis, so I know that 7 add 7 is 14. So I now can figure out what the angry emoji is, because it's the difference between 14 to 19. Okay, so the angry face is going to equal 5, because 5 add 14 gives me 19. So now I can work out the next one. So I've got an angry face, a skateboarder and an angry face. So I know angry face is 5, so I've got 2 of those, so it would be 10. So it would be 5 add 5 equals 10. So what is my skateboarder going to be worth? Can't spell. Skateboard equals 8. So now I know all 3 of my emojis. I can work out the very last step. Okay, now look, I've got 2 different operations, so this is where BIDMAS comes in. Am I going to do the multiplication first or the addition? So going back up to BIDMAS, multiplication comes first. So my final question will be, the actual answer will be 7 times by 5 add 8 equals, so that would be 35 add 8, which would give me an answer of 43. Okay, now I don't mind if you do all this top part in your head. Okay, but I do want to make and if you just write your answer, that's absolutely fine. You can do as much working out or as little working out as you want to, but if you don't do any working out and you do get them wrong, I will be sending it back to you saying you need to have another go and jot down your numbers. You can just be jotting. I can't keep those 3 numbers in my head and remember them. Okay, now I have put some little tricky ones near the end where you might not be able to work them out in this order. You might have to do the 3rd one first to work out another one. Okay, so when you get to those, they are a little bit trickier, but I think you'll be absolutely fine. The maths isn't hard. It's just a nice, easy Friday lesson. Okay, have fun.